I've been actually a pastor here, or senior associate is the proper term, since 2017. I was here during kind of a challenging time, as many things were with COVID. So I was here a couple years before the COVID actually hit, had my chance to get to know All Saints, the people here, and then of course everything got shut down. So it was an interesting time doing live stream masses and trying to be at the parish here when you couldn't really be with people. So that was certainly an interesting time. And then now, trying to get people back and being in the midst of all things new, trying to redo our archdiocese and our own parish itself. Previous to coming to All Saints, I was at Sacred Heart Parish in Valley Park, and my primary ministry throughout my whole priesthood was high school ministry. And so while I was at Sacred Heart, I was also teacher and then campus minister and administrator at Kennedy High School until, well, I left there 2 years before it closed. It closed a couple years after I left. But I really enjoyed high school ministry, and that's what took all my time, most of my time. Well, I love being at All Saints, and I think anybody that comes here would find it to be a parish that they can feel and call home. And that's the real reason, I think, for people coming here, is it's a place to call home. It's a very welcoming community. It's a community that accepts people in many, across the board. What sometimes separates people, I don't see that happening here at All Saints. Plus, as a priest, it's nice to see how many people are involved and get involved in the parish. I like to particularly invite younger people, because I think we have a lot of stuff going on here or we could have a lot of stuff going on for younger folks, but so far recently haven't been around too much. But anyway, we'd like to know that you are also welcome, and we'd love to have you as part of our community here. Well, I would say a couple things have really helped me while I've been at All Saints to grow in my faith. One is Father Don asked me when I first came here what some of my gifts and talents were, and I told him that I was very interested in the Acts retreat, which I had experienced back at Sacred Heart. And lo and behold, he told me there's a woman in the parish who also was interested in Acts. And so it was a chance for us two to get together and to try and get that process, that program, involved here at All Saints. And like it was at Sacred Heart, for me, it's not just a program that you put on. That's why I was hesitant to use those words, but it's a chance for people to share faith. And so that's really helped me. My opportunity to share faith with men and women of the parish, but most of all for me to grow in my faith as I hear others witness to their faith in the love of Jesus, and that really touches my heart. So that's one big thing. The other thing here is I'm touched by how many services that we have that reach out to the poor. There's of course Vincent de Paul, but we just have so many services that reach out. And then a third one that really has helped me a little bit is the mission to Belize. When I was at Kennedy, we had a mission to Honduras, and because Honduras is primarily a Spanish country, I never could get the nerve to go because I don't know any Spanish. But Belize is an English, at least formally, an English-speaking country, so I had the opportunity of going a couple times there. And the people's lives there just touch me with their simplicity and their love of God in the midst of kind of a challenging situations oftentimes. How the people have touched me, the ones I just had mentioned, also my own life personally has seen myself grow in my love of Jesus throughout, 74 years. And no dramatic incidents, I guess you would say, no dramatic instances, but as a person, I guess I was always kind of doubtful of myself, you might say, self-confidence, that kind of thing like that. Not being good enough, that whole kind of process that goes with that. And my experience of Jesus and being accepted and knowing and of His love really has helped me to come a long way in my acceptance of myself and knowing that I don't, quote, have to measure up, that I'm loved for who I am. Still struggle with that many times, many different instances. Not so much that I'm loved, but I still fall back into those things of trying to prove myself. But as with anything, you always work on it your whole life. Well, I guess as we draw to a conclusion of this interview, I just want to reflect on this 200th anniversary, which is what the interview is all about. And it just causes me to reflect back on how many people were so supportive of and giving of themselves to establish this parish, how it grew from just a few people. I'm always amazed by that. how just a few people can have such an impact on people. And we hope to continue that, of course, in the ways that the things that we do. But the tradition of the parish is really what touches my heart. Happy birthday, All Saints.